stand. God, I can do no other.
Thanks for joining us for another installment of Passionate Theology Moments. Today we're going to be looking at Thomas Watson's work, once again, A Body of Divinity. And we are going to pick up where Thomas Watson begins to talk about the canonicity of Scripture, particularly 2 to 3 things we're going to be looking at today. Why are the Scriptures called canonical? Are the Scriptures a complete rule? And what is the main scope and end of Scripture? So Watson states this: why are the Scriptures canonical? Because the Word is a rule of faith, a canon to direct our lives. The Word is the judge of controversies. It is the rock of infallibility that only is to be received for truth which agrees with Scripture. As the transcript with the original, all maxims in divinity are to be brought to the touchstone of Scripture itself, as all measures are brought to the standard. Are the Scriptures a complete rule? Well, Watson states the Scripture is a full and perfect canon, containing in it all things necessary to salvation. According to 2 Timothy 3:15, Paul states, "From a child you have known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make you wise unto salvation." Watson states it shows the credenda, what we are to believe, and the agenda, what we are to practice. It gives us an exact model of religion and perfectly instincts us in the deep things of God. The papists, therefore, make themselves guilty who eke out Scripture with their traditions, which they consider to be equal to it. The Council of Trent says that the traditions of the Church of Rome are to be received pari pietatis affectu, meaning with the same devotion that Scripture is to be received, and so bringing themselves under the curse. Revelation 22:18 states, "If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book." And lastly today, what did Thomas Watson say concerning what is the main scope and end of Scripture in his work, A Body of Divinity? He said this: the main scope and the end of Scripture is to reveal a way of salvation. It makes a clear discovery of Christ. In John 20:31, "These things are written that you might believe that Jesus is the Christ, and that believing you might have life through his name." The design of the Word is to be a test whereby our grace is to be tried, a sea mark to show us what rocks are to be avoided. The Word is to sublimate and quicken our affections. It is to be our directory and consolatory. It is to waft us over the land of promise. Oh, join us next time for Passionate Theology Moments, when we'll look at the question that is answered by Thomas Watson: what or who should have the power of interpreting Scripture? Thanks for joining us once again for this Passionate Theology Moment.
Here I stand. I can do no other.